The performance tradition continues. From a resonant history steeped in the evolution of powering watercraft, Mercury Marine catapults the art of two-cycle powerhead remanufacturing well into the 21st century. The linchpin of this major thrust ahead in repower is Mercury Remanufacturing's new 105,000 square foot factory in its traditional hometown of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Rather than retooling an existing building, this facility was designed specifically for remanufacturing Mercury powerheads. Quality remanufacturing begins with a solid core foundation. And since this new plant is the hub of Mercury's international core distribution, only the best components are used from core that is shipped from nearly all points of the globe. It all eventually arrives in this large receiving area where each unit is disassembled and carefully inspected to determine if its core values meet the demanding criteria of Mercury Remanufacturing. If there is even a hint of mechanical flaw, core parts are discarded to later be replaced with genuine, new Mercury parts. Some major engine components that are suitable for remanufacturing require machining to bring them back to specs. Mercury employs state-of-the-art tools and experienced technicians for these processes, so the finished product looks and performs like new. For instance, if cylinder sleeves are viable, they are bored to Mercury specifications on this CNC machine. Otherwise, sleeves are removed from the block through a special heating process. Then new sleeves are inserted and then honed to critical performance tolerances. All machine parts then undergo an ultrasonic cleaning procedure that is carefully monitored. You see, Mercury coats new parts that are susceptible to corrosion with a proprietary chemical solution. The Reman ultrasonic cleaning process utilizes formulaic procedures and guidelines that preserve this vital protective coating, something competing remanufacturers or rebuilders could not do. The assembly section of Mercury's new plant is where remanufactured components and new parts come together to form the finished product. These many rows of shelving laden with new Mercury parts will represent a significant percentage of each remanufactured powerhead. Also, many of these new parts are updated versions of original equipment, so the finished remanufactured powerhead is in some ways a better product than it was when it was new. The assembly process is also where Mercury Remanufacturing reaches back to its rich performance heritage. This is our rendition of Gasoline Alley. Instead of an assembly line, and very much like NASCAR and IndyCar engines, each powerhead is hand-built by one person. Experience runs high here. Our assemblers have been in the business for decades, and many have thousands of finished powerheads to their credit. In the Mercury vernacular, they bleed black. Because the powerheads are handmade, running clearances and component weights are maintained precisely as possible to the original OEM engineering blueprint. Mercury Remanufacturing assemblers take such pride and responsibility for each engine they build, their personal initials are inserted as the alpha characters on the powerhead's serial number. Following hand assembly, each remanufactured powerhead is transported to the paint booth, where the signature phantom black finish is professionally applied. Then each powerhead is tagged and readied for shipment. Mercury's new facility also receives outboard motors from dealers that are returned for various reasons, along with complete pre-owned motors. These units are refurbished or remanufactured as needed and thoroughly evaluated in our lab's specially fabricated testing cells. The remanufactured powerheads and complete motors that leave our factory are nearly impossible to discern from brand new. Their on-the-job performance will be virtually the same. And while Mercury provides consumers with a factory-backed limited warranty, failures on our remanufactured units are nearly non-existent. The only difference really between new and remanufactured is price, which presents another option for the end user. The difference between reman and rebuild, however, is even more significant. The reman option will have that disabled boat ready for duty in a fraction of the time it would take to rebuild a motor in a service bay. and isn't back on the water where a Mercury product really belongs. Mercury Remanufacturing. Quality, performance, and a solid history of dependability.